She happens to be the granddaughter of one of my earliest headmistress. Yes, I studied in the school where Toastmaster Raghuvi's granny was my principal. Small world, isn't it? The last time I remember I saw her was since she was still a child. She had visited my father's garment showroom to buy a birthday dress. Today, she is here to deliver her maiden speech at Toastmasters, the icebreaker speech. And before I call upon Toastmaster Raghavi, let me call upon her evaluator, Toastmaster Anant Kumar, to read out her objectives. Toastmaster Anant Kumar, please.
Thank you, sir. Can you hear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I'm going to introduce about Toastmaster Raghavi Priya. Her nickname is Chinna. She looks always smiley faces. But so many things can say about her. But this is not sufficient time, this whole session. So another day we will discuss about her so many things. So I say few things for this first step. She finished 4 degrees in first class. At present, she is doing PhD in VIT. She likes books, music, nature of her lifeline, and likes to help others. She is fascinated to new things and everything, whatever she looks, she do. Today, she is going to rock her first icebreaker speech on the girl with trillion questions. Good luck, Toastmaster Raghavi. The stage is yours. Thank you. Over to TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anant Kumar. Let me now call upon Toastmaster Raghavi, the girl with many questions. The girl with many questions, Toastmaster Raghavi.
Am I audible? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, my dear friends and guests. So, as you know, the TMOD and General Evaluator and my evaluator said, I'm Raghavi Priya, and I'm here to deliver my first ever big speech, which is my icebreaker. And I'm going to share the PPT. Timer, you can start the time. So, hi, I'm TM Raghavi Priya, and I'm the girl with a trillion questions. You may ask why trillion? Because I've lost a count after that. Because from the day I can speak and from the day I was born, I used to ask questions, and I don't know why still now. And yes, of course, you have to have a date of birth when you're born. And mine is 22nd June. And fortunately or unfortunately, I kind of share it with many authors and none of the great personalities. Dan Brown and authors like Streep and Cisco, every one of them were born on 22nd June. That's why I'm a bookworm. I love books. As you can see behind me, there are thousands of books, and more thousands are just kept up in boxes. And that's how my life. Each section is a box with a different variety of experiences and lessons. So, as a baby, I was given the weirdest name ever. One person named me as Raghavi, one person named me as Priya, another as Geetanjali, another as Karunya, and hence I became Raghavi, Geetanjali, Geeta, Karunya, Priya, and Jagadish. And my aunt named me as Chinu. I don't know why she named me that, but it became the joke of my life. And she named me as Chinna. And as many people from down south know, Chinna is usually a name given to a boy. So I was named as Chinna, and hence with the bob cut, I was taught that I was a boy. And all my friends thought that till I went to my first standard. And then I thought, okay, it should become somewhat sweeter. So my aunt changed it into Chinna. And then there was this big war because, as you know, in the 90s, they just gave you a small slot to write your name. So what happened? There was a big war of the worlds between my family. One wanted me to name this, one wanted me to name the other side, one wanted to name me as my great grandmother's name, which is really atrocious because it's even longer than my name. So then they settled with a lot. They just chose that they will name me Ragvi Priya. And one thing to note, in India, we have the culture of always having astrologers choosing your name. But fortunately or unfortunately, my name was chosen by this uncle who just chose a lot out of the lots that was put up. And he chose Raghavi. And he thought it wasn't fulfilling my destiny. So he thought I was sweet when I was a baby, so he added Priya. Hence, I became Raghavi Priya, and my surname became J as an initial. And my aunt and everyone else, they did not want to call me that because it was a name which did not stuck in their mind. So one the part of my family called me as Chinna, and the other called me as Chinu, and hence the entire world knew me as Chinu. And then came this big turmoil in my life. I joined a school. Yes, till fifth standard, I was in my grandmother's school. And everyone knew me by my name, China, and some by their pet name, Chinu. I really thought my name was China, and all my books and everything had that name. It became my identity. But then came that most atrocious day in my life when one person asked me, "What is your name?" And I said, "My name is China." And he was like, "No, that's your pet name. What's your full name?" And hence started my identity crisis. I did not know what was my name. I thought China was my name. And I said, "Maybe it was Chino." And he said, "No, those are your pet names. What is your full name?" And my mother, she told me that your name is Raghavi Priya. And I was like, "Huh? Raghavi Priya? I've never heard that in my entire life." And you people won't believe me. It took me a year and a half to just write this name and memorize it and just have that name's words and spellings intact. And hence, if you make a mistake with my spelling, please pray to God that I don't do anything to you because I'm very particular about it because that's when my identity started. From Raghav Priya, I became China, and from there, I became Rags, as my friends called, because always I was with a raggedy book in my hand, and hence they came up with the word Rags. And from that, I nicknamed myself Crazy Rags because people thought that I was crazy enough to always be asking questions. And my life is like a huge circus. Whatever you tell me, the first thing that will come out of my mouth will will be a question. It will be a question tag. It will be like who, how, when, where, and things like that. So hence, some people thought my life was going deep down a turmoil, and some thought that it was useful for my life, and hence I was really miserable. And these questions started running my life. I never answered anyone. I always answered them with a question. Why do you say this? How does it work? Who is that? And what is going on? And hence it became my nickname to call them as crazy. And this is how my life is. One day it's sunny, one day it's turmoil, one day it's happy, one day it's bright. But I always try to think that it's so beautiful when you see it with the specs filled with vivid colors. And my world, I always think of this quote told by John Green. The world may be broken, but hope it's not crazy. But actually, I think the other way around. I hope the world is crazy because craziness brings you a spotlight in your mind and you think of all the things that are impossible and you make it possible. And I say, we are all mad here. And this is how we are. I'm bonkers to think like this. I believe I can do something in my life. Hence, I ask questions. Questions which create me, questions which break me, questions that make me to look for my own soul rather than searching for a knight to save me. And these questions make the person whom I am. I'm the Alice in my own wonderland. And hello, welcome all to my wonderful world. And hey, I'm not crazy. My reality is just different than yours. Thank you. Over to the TOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alice in the Wonderland. That was a roller coaster ride of many names that you have. Going ahead, Tamas Some Jyotirgame. Tamas Some Jyotirgame, which is a Sanskrit quote, which means from darkness let us unto light. Knowledge about fitness opened my eyes. It broke a lot of myth. I suddenly felt more confident and in control. This brings us to the questionnaire you took earlier. For all those who are waiting for the answers, you will be disappointed because most of them were wrong. Well, technically, they were 90% wrong, which brings us to the 10% in each question which were correct. Added up together, it gives us 100% correct answers. Ladies and gentlemen, fitness is a lifestyle. It is a lot of things added together. It isn't just one thing. Weight management, on the other hand, is about striking a balance between your calorie consumed and calorie spent. Speaking about balance, our next speaker for the day is an epitome for balance. She is one of the most balanced person in our Vellore Toastmasters club. Women are generally multitaskers, but she happens to be an ace at managing her home, her career, and the office of president at Vellore Toastmasters Club. Before I call upon Toastmaster Tamilarsi to deliver her podcast, let me please call upon her evaluator, Toastmaster Anandan, to read out her objectives. Toastmaster Anandan, please.
Very good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I'm really very honored to introduce Tamilarsi's projects. She is a very hardworking person and interested in doing things in a very perfect manner. No matter, that's why she has finished her PhD. She has finished a PhD, she's a doctor. She has done a PhD in electrical engineering. She is in her level 4 pathway. 2 project is podcast. She has done a podcast for about an hour and she will be just giving a small recording and a speech about her postcard. So, of course, everybody is very eager to hear it. So I don't want to delay it any further ado. So I hand over to Tamilarsi to expose a beautiful, fantastic podcast. Over to you, Tamilarsi ma'am.
Thank you,
Toastmaster.
Anandan. May I now call upon Toastmaster Tamilarsi delivering her podcast. Toastmaster Tamilarsi, how to be fit physically, how to be fit physically, Toastmaster Tamilarsi. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay. Wealth is gone, nothing is gone. Health is gone, something is gone. Character is gone, everything is gone. For all human beings, the ultimate goal of success is to be happy. But in order to be happy, the main thing we need is the health. People who lack health, can they be happy? People who lack health, can they be happy?
No.
The obvious answer is no. Because supposing you have all the wealth in the world and great relationships too, but don't have good health, can you be happy? No. In today's time, we are running to be too fast, at times too fast. Amid the countless social streams, we get pulled away from our center. We need to find our center again. How? By striking a balance. That is, by having a good health at first. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, my topic in the podcast is how to be fit physically. Yes, my topic related with our today's theme. It's a great coincidence. To fit physically, I choose a natural diet method. That is the Central Diet, which was organized by Central Sir. It is this podcast is about 10 minutes recording. That is, the podcast describes about the journey of my Central Diet experiences. The podcast mainly consists of 5 parts. The first one is the introduction part. Second one is a 16 days detoxification. Third one is a 48 days course. Fourth one is the plan, strategy, and execution resources available. Final one is a conclusion part. In the first part, in the introduction part, I had described about how much I like the natural diets and how the fruits and vegetables correlate with us, like that. The second part is a 16 days detoxification. In that, I had explained about the 5 types of cleansing method, which were very much essential and useful for the proper maintenance of our body. The third part is a 48 days course. In the 48 days course, I explained about the credibility, valuability of the natural diet, and also the significance of sun and moon in our life. The fourth part is the resources available, and the plan, strategy, and execution of this diet method. What are the resources available in the Central Diet, and what are the plans they are using, and what are the strategies they are following, and how they are executing the diet schedule, like that. The final section is the conclusion part. In that part, I summarize about the overall benefits I had received from the Central Diet. Okay, friends, now let's watch the podcast.
I wonder how I had changed my habits, daily routines, and angle of view in all the things. Without seeing sunrise, my day would not be a good one. If I didn't talk with the moon, I'd feel a lot. The fresh fruits and vegetables are my close friends. My day would not be complete without coconut, bananas, some dates, and groundnuts. The best snacks for my children are coconut and groundnut burpees. Whenever I see a spinach, I think this is king of vitamins and minerals. I had completely avoided tea, coffee, sugar, and snacks. Lemon and amla are like the knife and sword with me to fight the virus. Mint is my pet. Carrot, beetroot, and pomegranate are my well-wishers. My appearance and skin tone have improved a lot. My weight also reduced about 8 kg. Now I feel very light. Due to all these changes, the thinking capability of my mind and good attitude also improved a lot. I had gained all these benefits by only one thing, that is Central Diet. In Central Diet, the first one is a 16 days detoxification course. In this 16 days detoxification course, I had completed 5 types of cleansing. The first type was a intestine cleansing. The intestine cleansing was achieved by the pomegranate juice, the water soaked by the pomegranate skin, and full crushed pomegranate. The second thing was the overall cleansing of our body. The mint lemon juice plays a vital role for overall cleansing of our body. So I had felt very light and energetic. Then the third important part of our cleansing is the liver cleansing. In liver cleansing, I took lemon with honey water and ABC juice for 5 days. This method had created a lot of change in my body. The fourth cleansing method was a lung cleansing. The lung cleansing had achieved by them different herbals and natural items. This steam bath was used to clean our lungs in effective manner. The irritation and pain in my throat was cleared very well. Eye cleansing also helped a lot to improve my vision power. Therefore, after 16 days detoxification course, I had felt weight reduction, light feeling, active, energetic and fresh manner. Not only my body condition, but also the appearance of mine also improved a lot. During those 16 days, the natural bath, which mainly includes fruits, vegetables and spinach, also an important one. Daily night I took turmeric water, which increases my immunity. The second one is a 48 days course. In 48 days course, I had clearly understood the importance of carrot in our diet by following carrot gear day. Then I also enjoyed the energetic by having fruit mixer in the fruit mixer day. In juice day, I took variety of juices in all day. Sprouts also played a vital role in our diet schedule. Juicy vegetable benefits had received a particular day. Without nuts, our diet schedule would not be a complete one. So I also followed a nuts day. Do you know about the divine food? It's nothing but coconut and banana. So I'm always keeping this food in my house. Next, I want to highlight 5 things about the 48 days course. The first one is the water fasting. The toughest one is the water fasting. We have to drink only water for the whole day. I have to follow the water fasting for 5 days in the 48 days course. But for the first day up to 4 p.m. I had maintained. After that I had a giddiness, so I took some food. Then again second day I had tried. So for second, third and fourth day I had followed the water fasting nearly 90%. The last 5th day I took the food. Therefore overall I had followed 80% of water fasting for 5 days. During those days, I observed that we are able to maintain the water fasting by practicing. We are able to live without food only by having water. Because by water itself, our body will get air, hydrogen, oxygen gases and liquid. So by adapting the air and water itself, we are able to live. This capability is known as our soul energy. The second thing is the mudras. In this course, I had learned several mudras, which includes Aarti Mudra, Chin Mudra, Adhara Mudra, Sangha Mudra, Samadhana Mudra and Surga Mudra. All these mudras gave a lot of relief of our body troubles. Due to this, our body automatically adjusting themselves. The third one is a sun and moon interaction. It's very, very important to our life. We usually don't listen to sun and moon. We thought that they are non-living. But not like that. Sun is responsible for our body health and moon is responsible for our mental fitness. If you are practicing regularly to see sunrise, sunset and moon means our body and mind fitness will increase just gradually. Daily I felt they are talking with me and motivating me. Please see sunrise and get fresh air daily in the morning. You will get a lot of energy. The fourth one is a soil bath. It increases our blood circulation and maintain the vadam, pitta and kabam in a balanced level. The fifth vital thing is a kasayam. Daily night I had kasayam. It not only increases my immunity but also removed all the kabam which were present in my whole body. Due to this, we will be safe from any bacteria and virus infection. All these benefits I had received from our natural king, Tendril sir, who is the founder of Tendril Foundation. I had received all the instructions and messages through WhatsApp group only. It was absolutely free of cost. What are the diets we have to follow? All of them informed by our group in prior manner. For every group, separate group leaders are there. They will follow the members' actions. We have to post our daily natural food photos in our group as a evidence we are following. The leaders will monitor us. During our diet program, our leader had been communicated frequently. The leader asked about our health conditions, what are the problems we had, how the problems are reduced gradually, like that. The leader communicated us
Toastmaster Tamil, I believe you have an interruption. Can you please unmute yourself, Toastmaster Tamil?
Yes, sir.
Your podcast is over, ma'am.
Sir, last 1 minute are there, I think.
Are you playing it back?
Now it's playing or not, sir? I'm not audible. Are you audible?
No.
As Rahul.
It's not audible.
It's not audible, ma'am.
Rahul, last segment is not playing, I think.
Oh, okay, I think when somebody shared the screen, I was automatically disabled from sharing it.
Okay, so can you restart it, Rahul?
Yeah, I'm just doing that.
Yeah, please.
we learn from Tendril sir. Specifically, Sanghamutra is very much useful. Whatever problem in our body will be cleared by the Sanghamutra. Samadhana Mutra always keep our body in balanced condition. The importance of enzyme had insisted by our Tendril sir. Before that, I don't even remember those things in my life. So our body will definitely balancing and adjusting for any problems. Not only for body conditions, but also our mind improvement. Dental Sir is conducting lot of training through WhatsApp. Heaviness of our mind, the blockage of our body, all of them cleared very well by his training. Therefore, friends, I had started my diet journey from 20th April 2020. I had completed my 16 days detoxification, 48 days course, and now I am continuing my 48 days extension course. I fully utilized the lockdown duration for my physical fitness. By summarizing the benefits I had received by dental diet, or my frequent headache was completely disappeared. Indigestion problem was vanished. Body pain, knee pain, back pain, all of them reduced gradually. Considerable weight was reduced during those days. The swelling of my foot was clear. Eyesight also improved a lot. Hair falling was reduced a lot. Overall, now I feel like a school girl. If I got all these benefits through dental diet, why don't you try?
Thank you, Toastmaster Tamilnarsi. I'd like to make a very special reference to the topic of your podcast, which was how to be fit physically, perfectly in harmony with the theme today. Now, may I please call upon Toastmaster Anandan to acknowledge the guests present today. Toastmaster Anandan, please.
Very good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I'm really honored to invite all the guests who have taken the time to participate, witness, and enjoy Vellore Toastmasters session. I hope this session so far was quite interesting and valuable to you, and you're enjoying the session. The most fun part is still there. The next part, table topics. I humbly request your guests also to participate in it. I welcome Sneha, Sabrish, Abhishankar, Navaneet, Guru Prakash, Maithili, Dayananda Gupta, Divya Bharati, Reema Gupta, Balaji, Cohen, Sara, Karan, Arunesh, Anant Mac, of course, Jerome. Very happy to invite you, Jerome. And I hope I have covered. If I have left out anyone, please unmute and say your name, please. I hope you all enjoy the whole session, and kudos to all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Back to the TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anandan. Moving ahead, now that I was aware that mere weight loss was not my aim, the aim was to be fit. And I also knew that hereditary affects only the health aspect. Fitness was a choice. At the most, it can give me a low BMR, resulting in quick weight gain. And yes, capitalism cannot work unless it makes you believe that you are incomplete. So the hoax part of the ideal weight is partly true, but the body positivity movement is even worse. It makes you feel comfortable while you're overweight, which leads to obesity, which is one of the principal reasons for lifestyle disease like heart disease and diabetes. I also came to know that labeling food good or bad is wrong. There's much more to it. Basically, I could eat salads all day and still gain weight, and eat ice cream all day and still lose weight. Not that I recommend this way. The next one, you all must have heard that. Have your breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a peasant. That's a myth. It does not affect your weight management in any way. It may affect your health in terms of glucose and insulin tolerance, but it has nothing to do with your weight management. By now, it is established that health and fitness are two very different things. While health is the destination, fitness is a journey which you'll have to take every day, day after day. And it's a choice. And every time I chose to take part in that surprise push up competition at my gym, I traveled a little further in my journey towards my destination of health. Precisely the table topics which are designed in Toastmaster. They give the opportunity to the speakers to travel a little further in their journey of communication skills. May I request each one of you to try to take part in the table topics while I'll call upon the table topics master of the day, Toastmaster Bharat. Toastmaster Bharat, please.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Great. Table topics. Topics table. Have you ever think what does that word actually mean? I think most of you might know this. Yes, table topics, topics table. So the topics will be on the table and the table topic master will pick a particular topic and give it to a particular volunteer, or he may be a guest or he may be a member. So moving on to the next point, a wise man once said that any person can do a great speech without a prior plan. But we Toastmaster International just breaking the rule. Yes. In Toastmasters, the table topic master will give a particular topic and the speaker has to speak for about 1 to 2 minutes, and he will not be given time for any particular preparation like that. So today I'm going to be the table topic master and let's get started. Yes. So for today, I wish to conduct this table topic session as a debate. Yes. And for this, I have the topic inner beauty, and you guessed it. Yes, outer beauty. Inner beauty and outer beauty, which is more important to our life. And for this, I would like to volunteer any 2 persons for putting your views on inner beauty and 2 persons for putting their views on outer beauty. So firstly, let me call any 2 volunteers, and please just unmute yourself and tell your name. Any 2 volunteers for inner beauty?
I'm in for inner beauty.
Yeah, the speaker 1, Toastmaster Anandan. Great.
Agree for inner beauty.
Okay. And your name?
Ragan.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think Sadhana's trying to say something, but we cannot hear her.
Okay. Can you, Sadhana, speak on outer beauty?
Outer beauty. Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, the first speaker for outer beauty is Toastmaster Sadhana. Can I have one more volunteer? for speaking about outer beauty.
Any guess, please?
I would like to volunteer for this.
Rahul. Okay.
Yes, Rahul.
Oh, great. Well, so for this inner beauty, the speaker one is Toastmaster Anandan and the speaker two is Toastmaster Raghavi. And for outer beauty, the speaker one is Toastmaster Sadhana and speaker two is Toastmaster Rahul. So let's begin. And before that, I would like to tell you the rules. That is, first, the person from inner beauty, the first speaker will start speaking for about 1 to 2 minutes, and following by that, the Toastmaster Sadhana will speak about outer beauty for 1 to 2 minutes, and followed by inner beauty and then outer beauty. And finally, I will give my report on the debates. And let's begin with the countdown. With the first speaker, Toastmaster Anandan. It's 3, 2, 1. Toastmaster Anandan.
Good evening, everybody. Beauty means it's not only to look beautifully. As far as I am concerned, everything is from inside your body and your mind. So a beautiful person doesn't mean that he or she is the one who is very good looking. A beautiful person is a person who is good at heart, who is kind, who is loving, who is nice, who is humble, who is charitable. Where does all these come from? It all comes from inside you, from inside your heart. And when does this all come? When your mind is growing out, whether you want to be a good person. So when your mind wanted you to be a good person, automatically all the thoughts, all the thinking inside you starts coming out in a very beautiful manner. Of course, every human being loves a person who is really beautiful, providing these qualities and characters if they are having, like a humble person, a nice person, a kind person, and a generous person. Of course, nobody is really going to like a person if she or he is very beautiful, very handsome, very tall, handsome, fit, but a very angry person, a very irrespectable person, a very harsh person, a very egoistic person. So I feel beauty is inside you, and I hope everybody and the judge also agrees with me that beauty starts from inside and also beauty ends from inside. No matter, you can be very beautiful at the age of 90 with all these qualities. Character and quality is one which has got no age, no bar. Thank you very much. Over to the table topic master.
Well, that was amazing, Toastmaster Anandan. So now let me invite Toastmaster Sadhana to speak about outer beauty. Toastmaster Sadhana.
Warm welcome and good evening to all my Toastmasters. And I'm here to talk about an external beauty, that's outer beauty something. So outer beauty in the sense, I need to keep only one thing to you people, that if we are putting our dress sense or else in the smile, the outer look we are having, it will give us some kind of a confident level to speak anywhere else with the help of the outer fit. So I think that the outer beauty is very much important. Even the inner beauty is also important, but the outer beauty is much more important for it. because while we are going for any meeting or any functions, we have to dress up well for us. So the outer appearance will always judge by a person. While you're going for anywhere, the person look your eyes first, and then they will look your shoes. So it's obviously true. So outer look is also very important, and outer beauty in the sense, not only whatever we are looking, I'm not telling about the colors in the outer beauty, I'm just telling the neatness in the outer fit. That's it.
Well, thank you, Toastmaster Sadhana. You
Thank you.
provided a wonderful opinion. So let me invite Toastmaster Raghavi, who is going to talk about inner beauty.
Shall I start? As Sadhana was saying, that it depends upon the outer beauty and your confidence level and the way you present. I think first of all, people should stop judging a person by the way they dress. It happens everywhere. You are in one institution, they make you look like one person. All the IT people look the same. I don't know who's different from whom. Everyone dresses the same. It's high time you don't judge a person by the cover, but you judge a person by the substance. They have makeup shops for makeups and beauty parlors to make your attires and your dressing sense. They give you tips, they make you look beautiful. But what about the inner self? The heart is dying, the soul is suffering. No one talks about that. We have instances of deaths and suicides happening because a person feels lonely inside. They don't feel confident inside. They don't feel beautiful from inside. No matter how beautiful they are from outside, no matter how rich they are, they don't feel it from the inside. I think it's high time we give space and time and our energy for the inner beauty. Because when you look at a person, it just takes seconds to look at them and love them for the beauty. But it takes a lifetime of bonding, which makes the bond even much more better when you look inside that person, when you feel that connection, when you feel that charisma from inside. And the zeal of our life is not from outside, it is from within. And that zeal is something you should think about, you should start working about. And inner beauty matters. It's high time we stopped looking at just at a physical self and started looking about a mental and soulful self, and think about a person whom you're going to become and whom you're going to nurture, whether the demon outside or whether the princess inside. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Well, thank you, Toastmaster Raghavi. You did a wonderful job. Let me invite Toastmaster Rahul to speak about outer beauty. Yes.
Okay, wait, before timer you start, I can't figure out how to spotlight my own video. Oh, yes, there it is. Okay. So our opposition has been talking about how inner beauty matters and everything. But let me just ask you one question. Now look at me. I have a nicely cut hair. I have a neat haircut. My beard looks pretty good. I'm wearing a decent t-shirt. But imagine if I came here with hair that I haven't cut for 6 months, beard that was outgrown, a t-shirt that was ripped, or maybe even sleeveless. Your opinion of me would not be good. It would probably be, you would think I'm some kind of a drug addict, maybe. Who knows? It clearly proves that outer beauty is very important. And outer beauty just doesn't mean that you have the perfect jawline, the six-pack abs, or anything like that. It means how presentable you are in front of others. Even as Toastmasters, we have our events. Nobody goes to these events dressed in pajamas or anything like that. We all wear shirts, we wear our top-notch suits, we take a bath in the morning for some of us, which we are not used to. And this clearly proves that even when we speak about why inner beauty is important, we clearly do things that show that outer beauty is important. With this, I rest my argument, and since it was an amazing mic drop, over to the table topic master.
Wow, it was great. Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. So now we are at the end. So a very big applause for everyone who have participated boldly. Let's give a very big applause. So coming to the judgmental session. Um, so I think firstly coming to inner beauty. So inner beauty is something like which don't have any shape, but it still matters most to every one of us. Because it is the ideal thing which makes you, because it is a thing which makes you an ideal person to another people, right? So coming on to outer beauty, I think when I'm thinking about the topic, I think you people might have related to fitness, which is the theme for today, for presenting outer beauty. It is okay. And so coming for outer beauty, it is like it is rightly said that a sound mind in a sound body, that is ஆரோக்கியமான உடலில் ஆரோக்கியமான மனம். Yes, the outer beauty is also very more important. Your dressing sense, your posture, your gesture, and everything. So nowadays, you people see that most of the people are dying so early. It's the major cause for having unhealthy foods and not doing proper exercises. So coming to a conclusion that I ended up with inner beauty and outer beauty, both are like our eyes. You may see with one eye, but if you want to have the maximum view, you need to have the both. That's it. And I'm escaping. Over to the Toastmasters of the day.
That was an inspiring session of Table Topics, Toastmaster Bharat. You never fail to surprise us. You are like Muttaya Muralidharan's googly, okay? Coming
Thank you,
to
sir.
the mental part, I have a better option. Choose to be fit. That'll cover everything. Moving ahead, as I traveled in my journey towards health, I realized that exercising was an integral part of good health. Mere sipping green tea is not gonna help me anyway. There are bonuses of exercising. They are happiness and beauty. You see, being on a diet, you may lose weight, but by exercising, you become attractive. Being fit is attractive. And no, I am not talking just about in terms of body. I'm talking about the energy and the confidence that comes along. You'll always be attracted to a person who brings along a lot of energy, a lot of confidence. You'll always be attracted to a person who loves to take care of themselves. And thanks to the release of neurochemicals like endorphins, which are called the happy hormones. Besides other things, they reduce your stress level. And a happy person is always a beautiful person. I also came to know that mere sleeping for 8 to 10 hours or 6 to 8 hours isn't gonna count. You need to sleep at the right time between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Not just the quantity, the quality matters. At the end of it, the plan which I had made for 12 to 15 months turned out to be a journey of lifestyle makeover. And when we are talking about a lifetime, it becomes very important to take a break and evaluate and improvise. This brings us to the evaluation part of today's meeting. May I please call upon our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rahul George, to come up with his report for the day. Toastmaster Rahul George, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay. So I've been observing all your performances today, and more or less I am happy with what I've observed. But there might be few things which I might have missed out because there's a lot of things to overlook. And which is why before I give my report, I want to hear from my support team. Firstly, I would like to call upon our first evaluator for today, Toastmaster Ananta Kumar, to give his evaluation report on Toastmaster Raghavi's icebreaker speech.
Thank you, Mr. Rahul. I'm going to evaluate about Toastmaster Raghavi. It was a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Raghavi Priya, alias Chinna, alias Chinnu. She delivered her speech fluently and the quote she used is very good. For making this session interactive, she presented a PowerPoint which is really awesome. As usual, she rocked her speech. Few suggestions to improve her speech. She improved her modulate, her voice. It will give speech into next level. Overall, her speech about her name cycle only. If her speak along with about her career, it will be so good. So this is my evaluation about TM Raghavi. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ananta Kumar. Next, I would like to call upon our second evaluator, Toastmaster Anandan, to evaluate Toastmaster Thamizh's podcast speech.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Thamizh's speech, a great, amazing, wonderful speech. She started with a good interacting session, and it was an amazing topic, how to be fit physically. It's so coincided with the theme of the day also. She explained a very good foolproof method in 5 parts. What diet to replace from day to day food. Also explained very well the decleansing methods. A plan and strategies were really very good. Whether it was right or wrong could be seen with the result. Finally, the result is herself. She has portrayed that her attitude, skin texture has changed, and also her weight has reduced considerably. And these are all proofs to show that it was a good foolproof method. Finally, I was just trying to find out what she could improve on, and I found out it to be a flawless, scintillating podcast. A very wonderful, foolproof method for every person who is overweight and also people who want to be physically fit. They should make it an habit. Enjoy your fitness. Have to have a healthy and a lengthy life. She really proved herself, her discipline, a hard work, a dedication, a sincerity, a loyalty, and I'm really flabbergasted with not finding any words for this podcast. I'm sure this podcast is going to rock the whole world, rock a lot of people, and bring a massive change in the structure of human body for many, many people who listen to it carefully and follow the 5 methods, 5 parts, and enjoy their life. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anandan, for that evaluation. Now, before I do proceed again with my report, I would just like to hear from my tag team. First, we have the timer for today, Toastmaster Devendra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. And today on prepared speeches, both the speakers are within the time zone, and on table topics, apart from Toastmaster Sadhana, everywhere all the others were under between their time zone. And on evaluation, Toastmaster Anand Kumar is within completed before that bit earlier than this time. So back to TM, general evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devendran. Up next, we have our accountant, Toastmaster Saumini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. Today's report for our accounting is the Toastmaster of the day, TM Vijay, just used one repetitive and one repetitive I, and one so. So it's a total of 3. TM Tamilarasi used only one two and she paused in 2 places and used 2 repetitive I's and 1 repetitive and. So it's a total less than 10. For the evaluation part, Toastmaster Anantakumar paused in 2 places, which is a total of 2. Evaluator 2, TM Anandan, used 4 pauses and 4 repetitive words that was very, which is a total of 9. And the table topic session, the table topic master TM Bharat used R's less than 10, just one but, and then repetitive ands were 5 and repetitive I's were just below 4. So it's a total less than 20. For our the table topic speaker TM Sadhana used 2 1 and 1 so. So it's a total of 4. Table topic speaker Toastmaster Rahul used just paused in just 1 place, so it's only 1. The timer Devendran just used 3 hours, so it's a total of 3. So I'd like to say TMOD for the day, Toastmaster Vijay, evaluator Toastmaster Anantakumar, and table topic speaker TM Sadhana, and timer TM Devendran, and our general evaluator Rahul were under 5 fillers today. So congratulations to you. Over to general evaluator Rahul.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saumini, for that very detailed counter report. Up next, we have our grammarian, Toastmaster Ritik.
Okay. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Raghavi, Battle of Names, Identity Crisis. It was a humorous speech. You used a new vocabulary today, atrocious, which means horrifyingly wicked. You also used a quote by John Green, the world may be broken, but hope is not crazy, which I can relate to your story of crazy rags. Quotes give a meaning to story. There were no grammatical errors or error in vocabulary. Moving on to evaluator 1, Anand Kumar sir, I did not find any errors. I felt your sentences were to the point. Speaker 2, Toastmaster Tamil Arisi Madam. That was so much food, nutrition, and information. That was literally PhD in nutrition science. I just felt that you need to try to complete your sentences so that there is a flow to what you have to say. Otherwise, I did not find any grammatical or vocabulary errors. Moving on to evaluator 2. Toastmaster Anandan sir, so much energy and zeal in your evaluation about Toastmaster Tamil Arisi Madam. You added 2 new vocabularies: scintillating, which means sparkling or shining brightly, and flabbergasted, which means astonishing. Congratulations. Moving on to table topics. Speaker 1, Anandan sir, you really had a beautiful flow in your speech. There was so much experience and beauty in your speech. I did not find any grammatical errors. Speaker 2, Sadhana, about outer beauty. No grammatical errors. Congratulations on your table topic. Speaker 3, Raghavi, uh, you use the idiom, don't judge person by cover but by substance, which meant, then you used a vocabulary, charisma, which means charm that can inspire. And you also used the word of the day, zeal. You ended your speech with this sentence, being demon inside and princess outside. That one was a good pick. Moving on to speaker 4, Rahul, about outer beauty. I did not find any grammatical errors. Your grammar was beautiful. Over to general evaluate.
Yes, thank you, tag team, for that wonderful report. So now I will be going to my general evaluator report. Yes. So firstly, I would be evaluating the speakers. The evaluators, and if I feel anything is missing, I will be adding those points for the speakers. So coming up first, our first evaluator, Toastmaster Ananta Kumar. Sir, one thing I would like to appreciate you for your evaluation is your observational points. Most of the points you had mentioned were correct and accurate, and I had also mentioned them. I would just give one suggestion for you. Though you just mentioned the points, the purpose of an evaluation is to give feedback. So, and it's also for the person to give points to speak of so that they can improve on themselves. So if you could have elaborated a bit more on the suggestions that you were giving, I felt your evaluation would have been very good, and it would have definitely been a bit more longer. But other than that, your observational skills are very good, and I would like to appreciate you. I actually agree with whatever points Toastmaster Anantakumar said for Toastmaster Raghavi's speech. So I will be moving on to our second evaluator, Toastmaster Anandan. Again, Toastmaster Anandan, you had a very good evaluation report. However, I would like to disagree with you that there is nothing called as a flawless speech. There will always be some points of improvements, and just so and I think you were a bit confused on how you could have given points of improvements. So my suggestion for you is, and this is something that all evaluators can use, because there will be times where we feel that speech is very good and we struggle to find points of improvements. It has happened to me as well. It has happened to some of the best evaluators. What we can do for this is, if we feel that certain point, we're not sure certain points that we have mentioned on the good side, if you're not certain that it belongs there, we have a hint of doubt for it, we can suggest that as a point of improvement, because that doubt is there, meaning that we feel something was missing. So, Toastmaster Anandan, I felt you could have tried this, and you can try this for your future evaluations. Coming to some points of improvements for Toastmaster Tamarasi's speech, actually, This is with respect to your introduction. I felt since I had listened to your podcast beforehand, uh, I knew what the points were, but I felt like that, and I'm saying this because the introduction that you gave was only supposed to be 2 to 3 minutes long, but however, I felt it extended that time. And The introduction was a bit too detailed because it gave out a lot of information that was coming out in the podcast. And I felt instead, if the introduction was brief, it would have created a bit more curiosity in the audience as well, which I felt would have been better. Another suggestion is in the first segment only, I felt this, that I felt there was a lot of background noise, a bit of a static disturbance. And this is, I know that sometimes we don't have the equipment to record podcasts, and the equipment is also costly. But here are some tips which I feel everyone who's looking to record podcasts in the future can also use. So what you can do is you can connect your earphones to your phone and cover yourself with a blanket while you're recording, and make sure that there are no fans in the background or no air conditioning as well. And try to stay in as silent as an environment and a room that is small as well. Now, covering yourself with the blanket is because uh, uh, this will prevent the reflective noise from entering back into the microphone. Plus, the blanket will absorb the sound when you're speaking, which will actually improve your audio quality by a lot. So I feel that is something, and I felt this background noise issue disappeared overall from the second segment onwards. And overall, your podcast was very informative. That is all I have to say about your speech, Toastmaster Tamil Rasi. Now, moving ahead with our table topic segment, the first table topic speaker, Toastmaster Anandan. Sir, your table topic was very good, sir. As always, you do an amazing job in your table topics. And one thing I liked about, and this is something which is common for all table topic speakers today, except myself, I think, I'm not sure, uh, that the way they were presenting the arguments was in a form of a debate. So despite it being four different speakers, we did get the debate atmosphere there. And I think it's because when Toastmaster Anandan started off itself, he presented his arguments in a form of a debate. Amazing job on that, sir. One suggestion which I would probably give you is if you could try to incorporate a bit of hand gestures in your table topic. I understand that you are holding your phone while you're giving it. Probably what you can do is you can find something to give support to the phone and keep it sideways. Uh, and this will make your hands free so you can give a bit more hand gestures. Coming to our second table topic speaker, Toastmaster Sadhana. I believe this was your first ever table topic speech, and it was a very good. It was a very good attempt actually. Uh, as such, the only thing I would suggest is like you can always keep on practicing table topics to get better. That is the only suggestion which I can give for now. Coming to the third table topic speaker, Toastmaster Raghavi. I really like the way Toastmaster Raghavi started off her table topic speech. She immediately started to rebuttal with the arguments what Toastmaster Sadhana presented, and she presented them in a very good way. And she did have very good hand gestures throughout the speech as well. One suggestion which I would give again, and this is something to make hand gestures better. Most of the time, I notice that because this was a virtual session and we're sitting down, we tend to slouch a bit, and this limits our hand gestures. And instead, if we can focus on our posture, and this, that will actually make our hand gestures a bit more free, which I feel is very good. Coming to the fourth table topic speaker, that is me. I cannot make any comments, but if I had to, I would probably say is work on my conclusion. I would like to receive feedback from the rest of you about this as well. You can send it to me on WhatsApp. But yes. Now coming to our tag team. The timer, I felt today there were some very good things that the tag team did, which I want to appreciate each of them individually. First thing, coming with Toastmaster Devendran, he explained his role nice and in a very nice way. Uh, and his report of the timer was pretty good, and it was short as well, and we got all the information that we needed. And one thing which I really wanted to appreciate Toastmaster Devendran was with the innovation with the sound that he introduced. Because sometimes when speakers are presenting their presentations, they will not be on the Zoom app or the Zoom on the web. This will prevent them from seeing the timing cards. So that innovation with the sound helped them to know that, okay, 5 minutes has happened, 6 minutes has happened, 7 minutes has happened, I have to wind up. And this is something which I really want to appreciate again. Coming to our counter, Toastmaster Samini. This is Toastmaster Samini's second meeting, and she has already taken up a role of an counter, and she has given a very well detailed report. And something new which I saw from Toastmaster Samini's side, which I felt I think even future counters can use, is appreciate people. Like in the end, she appreciated people with least number of accounts, which is very different and something what I wanted to appreciate, because despite being a very new member, she did bring her own innovation into the role. And lastly, Toastmaster Ritik, your grammarian report was pretty detailed again. Your opening with the grammarian role was amazing. I really liked the wordplay that you used over there. And another thing is, I saw that you were also appreciating the good vocabulary and the good phrases that the people used. And something I urge that all future grammarians start practicing as well. Just general suggestion to the tag team, and something which I feel future tag teams can use as well. As a tag team, you all have the right to give feedback to people as well. And sometimes I notice that while it's like an evaluation. So when sometimes I notice that when people are, it's like when we give a report, we're not giving any feedback as such on how we can help speakers improve. So I feel like, for example, the timer, for some suggestions that a timer can give. If you notice that someone was too close to being disqualified, either they're a bit short on time or close to the, they just made it, or someone is very close to the, the end of the 30-second buffer. You can always suggest that to practice, and like for example in prepared speeches, practice time your speech for 6 minutes because, or 6 minutes 30 seconds, because when we actually come, it can always extend at times. So it's something to be, we can always give suggestions. A counter can give a suggestion such as how people can reduce our counts. And coming to the very specific us and ums, when the speaker usually gives out the sound is because they are thinking. And what happens when they're thinking is they tend to look away from the audience. That is why the or comes out. One way speakers themselves can reduce this is just look at someone in the audience, and that or will not come out at all, or it will get reduced. These are some tips I feel the speakers can use. And grammarian, I really cannot think of any feedback what a grammarian can give right now, but I will definitely get back to this point. Lastly, our Toastmaster of the day has done a splendid job. Some things which I really liked about Toastmaster Vijay's whole role as the TMOD. It's a good thing that a lot of TMODs try to have some take back value in their team. And somehow Toastmaster Vijay took it to a new level by adding his own personal story as well. There was a lot of motivation in this. There was a lot of take back value in this. And his opening again was splendid as always. I believe Toastmaster Vijay is an amazing opening batsman that we have at VTC. And one thing I really liked, which Toastmaster Vijay did, is kept the poll in the beginning. And the way he continued to use the questions in the poll as he carried out in the sessions was good, because when people answer these questions in the beginning, points or the questions stayed in their mind and they weren't sure of the answer, and that created the curiosity in them, or at least it did with me. That made at least me want to listen whenever Toastmaster Vijay brought up these points and ensured that people had something to take back. Coming to some general comments of the meeting. Today, we started on time. We started at 4:31 according to me, which is good compared to our previous times of 4:35 and 4:40. So that is a big improvement on us. I could see a lot of encouragement from the audience side today, and kudos to everyone who has been an amazing audience throughout the session. Just one request, at least to the VTC members, please do keep your cameras on, because this is a virtual session, and it is keeping your cameras on is a way that you can encourage us. I noticed that not all VTC members' cameras were on. So hopefully from the next meeting, we can start taking care of that. Just one general comment to me, please remember role players' names. Do not be like me and forget them on stage. With that, I conclude my general evaluator report and hand it back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul George. You have been exceptional. I think you should take the general evaluator's role for all the meeting. You should reserve that spot, a permanent seat for you. That'll save us a lot of trouble and a lot of learning as well. Friends, when I started this journey of weight loss, it was just about reducing my weight. But it ended up with a lifestyle makeover. Right from eating right to involving in physical activities like playing a game, hitting the gym, taking hikes and treks, to changing my sleep pattern and inculcating habits that last long. This has been truly the most transformative, educative, and liberating journeys so far. Before we depart, I'd like to answer the last question. The question was, I eat healthy and I exercise every day, but I still end up gaining weight. If you were a commerce student, you'd know what is a trial balance. It's an account statement wherein you put all the income on one side and all the expenses on the other side. The difference of the total would give you either a cash surplus or a cash deficit, which means a profit or a loss. Similarly, in the same way, you need to calculate your calories in and your calories out. If you're in calories surplus, no matter what you eat, no matter how much you exercise, you'll still end up gaining weight. And if you're in calories deficit, you'll lose weight. When I started this journey, I started at 110 kilograms. Today, I am at 75 kilograms. That's a whopping 35 kilograms of losing weight. And for your kind information, 1 kilogram is 7,500 calories. You do the math. It comes to over 2,75,000 calories in deficit, in minus. And yes, it is possible. Coming to the topic, being beautiful is actually being fit. I'd like to show something to you. Just a second. I leave it up to you to decide. Is being fit being beautiful or not? And the choice is yours. Thank you everyone for listening to me. I am Vijay Surana, your Toastmaster of the day. Over to the President, Toastmaster Tamilarsi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay. Today we had a very zeal session. The two things I want to highlight, that is that TMOD performance was very good and very energetic, interesting one. And the table topic Toastmaster Bharat did a great job. Very valuable table topic session he conducted. I hope we all enjoyed this session very well and hope to see you all in the next session also. And I would like to introduce some of our guests. Sabareesan, please introduce yourself.
I think he's left, ma'am.
Oh, he left. So next one is Sneha. Guest Sneha. Please introduce yourself, ma'am.
Unmute yourself and introduce yourself, Sneha.
Hello everyone, I'm Snega. I completed BSc and Sarna said Toastmaster about Toastmaster, so I can interested in Toastmaster club, so
You are
I can
from?
join as a guest.
You are
Vellore.
from Vellore.
I'm
Did you
What
enjoy
do
the session, Sneha?
Yes, sir.
Was it interesting?
Yeah.
Was it useful?
Yes, sir.
You liked it? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sneha. So next one is guest Guru Prakash is there. Guest Guru Prakash.
No, ma'am, he's left.
Left. Any other guests are there, sir?
Priyadashini is there.
Priyadashini. Guest Priyadashini. I would like to call guest Priyadashini. Please introduce yourselves, ma'am.
Priyadashini, unmute yourself and introduce yourself. You don't have to feel shy.
We can call upon the next guest, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sneha.
Srinivasan.
Priyadashini. Guest Srinivasan. Next I would like to call guest Srinivasan. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Thank you for that. Hello to all the Toastmasters in VTC. I am Toastmaster Srinivasan. I am from a Toastmaster club that functions in VIT, Trueno. This is my first time coming to VTC, and I had approached Rahul, and he had given me the link, and it was a great time listening to everything that has happened so far. I'm looking forward to attending more sessions.
You enjoyed the session?
Yes, I'm enjoying it very much.
Which club are you from, VIT?
I'm from Trueno.
Oh, very good. Very good, very good. Thank you, Srinivasan.
Okay, thank you, Srinivasan. Any other guests are there,
My
sir?
pleasure.
Yes, Karan Kumar is there.
Karan Kumar. Okay. Next, I would like to call Karan Kumar to introduce yourself. Yes, Karan Kumar. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, unmute yourself. Yes, Karan Kumar, speak out.
I believe he has some network issue. His voice is cracking.
Okay, sir. Any other guests are there?
No, ma'am. That's it.
Priyadashni, have you decided to speak?
Yes, Priyadashni.
For the information of everyone, Priyadashni is my sister. I think one of my niece has logged in because
Okay.
she was a part of the initial story, the trip to Hyderabad. So probably
Okay.
she wanted to listen her name and she left after that.
Okay. No problem, sir. Okay, thank you for all the guests for attending our VTC's 52nd session. Next, have a nice weekend. Over to SAA.
Sadhana.
Oh my God, we came to our end of the session. It seems like just we started our session few minutes before, but now it came to an end as soon as we didn't expect. That's fine. We had a fun-filled and a skill-gaining session today with all our talented Toastmasters, and our topic of the day, being beautiful is actually being fit, made this 52nd meeting as a fantabulous one. So let me thank for this to our TMOD of the day, Mr. Toastmaster Vijay Surana, and to all our session members who gives us their vocal treat to us. And it's time to tell that Tata bye-bye. But before end of the session, I would like to reveal that triple to number rate. Yes, it's nothing but today's count of the year. Today is 222nd day of our 2020. So let's all show our gratitude towards our day, our health, and to our Toastmaster family. So with the gratitude, we all leave and wait for our 53rd curiosity creating session. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
It was a wonderful day today.
Yes. Wonderful.
Bharat and Ritik were exceptional too.
Ritik also, yours.
I can only
Clear explanation.
Thank you.